I quickly want to talk to you today about motivation. Now, some people are under the impression that motivation just comes to you. Like you'll be sat there and you'll get inspired, and then you'll make all the work that you wanted to make that day. Well, unfortunately, that's not how it works usually. Normally, you've got to seek out motivation. So there's a few ways you can do it, and I'll give you a few examples. One way to get inspired, to try and get motivated, is to play games. Play some new games, play small games, play some whatever games. Just play something. Playing a game that you haven't played before is a really good way to find some sort of inspiration. Whether that's the art style or just the world setting or anything like that, it's just a good way of doing it. Another good way to find some inspiration or motivation is through art books. You can do this by either buying some art books if you can, or going to a library and borrowing some. I did that recently. I bought this book, Studio Ghibli's Architecture in Animation. They do a really good job in breaking down the processes that they use to do architecture in animation, whether that's through different building styles or different methods that they use to tackle the design in the first place. Art books are a great resource, and usually they have things in them that you can't find online, or you'll find lesser versions of online, so it's worth having a look. Another good source of inspiration or motivation is podcasts, so maybe give them a listen. Look up things that are in your field that you're interested in, whether it's game art or themed entertainment or game design, whatever it might be, there's a podcast for it. Also have a look online for any interviews with your favourite game artists or game designers. There'll be plenty of written articles on places like 80 Level or Eurogamer, and there'll be plenty of video articles online, on YouTube. And then there's my favourite form of motivation. Making of documentaries are one of my favourite ways to get out of a motivational slump. So for example, my favourite one to watch is the Metal Gear Solid 4 making of documentary called Kojima's Gene. I find it really inspiring because there was times during the development of that game when things weren't going as expected. They weren't going great. But they still all pushed through. They got things done right at the death, but they got it done. And it's quite inspiring to me. So what methods have you got for motivation? Share them with the group. Personally, I'd like to know what people do to try and stay motivated, to try and stay inspired, and then I can add something else to my repertoire of ways of doing it. So hopefully this video has been of some use to you, and if it has, let me know. Thanks a lot guys, see you later.